Good evening. A former state Republican Party chair who later ran for Congress and represented Hickson in the state legislature will head to prison for fraud.
Robin Smith was sentenced in federal court after pleading guilty in 2022 to a fraud charge. Greg Glover was in Nashville for her sentencing.
Longtime Republican mover and shaker and former state representative Robin Smith asked for forgiveness and mercy from the judge at her sentencing hearing this morning. Ultimately, she received an 8-month sentence in federal custody in a fraud case that's already sent 2 others behind bars. Ms. Smith, any comment on the way in? Any expectation? Robin Smith had no comment as she entered the court accompanied by her husband and children. She sat with 3 lawyers at her table inside as federal judge Eli Richardson explained the case and the factors he'd be considering in determining her sentence. The government requested 18 to 24 months for her role in the bribery and kickback conspiracy with former state representative Glenn Cassida and his top aide Cade Cothran. Cassida had already resigned as state house speaker when they devised the scheme. Both went to trial and were convicted. Smith, on the other hand, pleaded guilty and cooperated with investigators and prosecutors, even testifying against the men for 3 days. While this worked in her favor, Judge Richardson chastised her for the nature and circumstances of the case and, noting her clean record and deep faith, called it a, quote, head-scratcher that this even happened. A sometimes tearful Smith admitted she'd committed a crime, acknowledged getting caught up in the, quote, theatrics of politics, unquote, and recognized her debt owed to God, family, and her community. She vowed to make good with a life of quiet service. The judge noted some 30 letters written in her support, but also cited the need for her sentence to serve as a deterrent to others when he denied the defense request for no time behind bars. Instead, he imposed a sentence he deemed, quote, sufficient but not greater than necessary, unquote. So once again, 8 months in federal prison for Robin Smith, followed by a 1-year supervised release and a $7,500 fine. The defense asked for and was granted 73 days for her to report. That gets her past the holidays. The facility to which she'll report is yet to be determined. From the Fred D. Thompson Federal Courthouse in Nashville, Greg Glover, Local 3 News.
Greg, thank you. Robin Smith's charges are connected to those of former House Speaker Glenn Cassida, who was sentenced in September to 3 years in federal prison, and his former Chief of Staff Cade Cothran, who was sentenced to 30 months. Both men were also fined and will be on supervised probation after their release.